Hi, I'm Catherine Taylor, and welcome to FilmShorts, where we meet and showcase the works of emerging filmmakers. Our host, Dr. Jesse Rhines, created FilmShorts based on his book, Black Film, White Money. The most senior black woman in corporate America is the daughter of a slain civil rights activist. One day she finds herself at odds with an all-white company and decides to secretively take it over. Ooh, now the fight gets down and dirty as her marriage, her career, and her son are put at risk. Will she throw in the towel, or will her father's legacy teach her to fight the good fight? Writer, director, and producer Paula Brancato gives us the answers in her film, Her Father's Daughter. Here they are.
Hello, and welcome to FilmShorts. Thank you very much, Catherine. I'm here today with Paula Brancato, who is the writer, producer, and director of Her Father's Daughter. Welcome, Paula.
Thank you.
Can you tell us something about this film? We're going to be seeing it in just a moment, so can you give us a setup for it?
Yes, it's about a woman who is a very perfect, cautious person who suddenly finds herself at the top of her career and at odds with the company she's in. It's more than that she's black and they're white. She wants to move the company into progressive pharmaceuticals, and they want to do cosmetics. She wants to help the world. They want to make money. So she decides she's going to take it over. And every step toward reaching her goal creates more and more cracks in her perfect facade. And at a certain point she gets very frustrated and she thinks maybe she'll give up.
Wow.
So
does she go the route of Enron executives?
No, but some of the people in the film do.
Oh, really?
In an attempt to get it. The fight gets very, very dirty, as fights do in corporate America sometimes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we see now Her Father's Daughter. Come right back.
Took forever, but I got him. Okay, what you got? Celadon.
I don't like that shade.
The decorator really likes baby's breath.
I don't know. Look, I really want to do this. Really, I do. I just can't do it right now.
Okay.
Why don't you schedule the decorator for Friday?
Okay.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Sure. You need to see me?
Yeah, I do.
If you need anything, let me know.
Thanks, Janet. Hey, Friska. I just sent over the prospectus. Okay. Yeah. So, what's up with you, Judy? You the new HNIC now or what?
Excuse me?
What were you doing in there without me?
Ananda, I'm sorry you weren't here, and Jim said he needed me at the meeting.
So you work for Jim now?
He's the CFO. I'm an associate.
You work for me, not Jim. What did you expect me?
Don't equivocate. Damn. I never knew anybody who could play both sides against the middle as well as you do.
She practically ordered you.
Judy, look. You better watch it, or you will just collapse in on yourself.
What?
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
You know damn well what I'm talking about. You don't go to a board meeting without me. And you don't answer for my PR people. And you don't ever, not ever, talk out of school. You understand?
Look, Judy, I brought you in here because I like you.
And I think you're very smart. But this passive-aggressive bullshit is something you've got to change. Okay? Good.
Look, you told me to listen. I listened. When I walked in, they were in the middle of an argument. They were saying that you were disruptive and expensive.
Someone else was here.
And that you were taking the firm in a direction they don't want to go. Look, I heard them talking. They were gonna fire you.
Fire me.
What?
Who wants to fire me?
Jim? All of them.
I'm a shareholder. I'm a partner, and I've gotten involved in research that goes far beyond anything that...
So who the fuck are they gonna make CEOs then? Not that idiot Jim. You don't really think they're gonna make you CEO, do you?
So they're just gonna throw me out. Everyone knows, and I don't. I built this firm, baby. I brought Viona in. I have a contract, and they just can't, they can't just...
You're not exactly one of them, Ananda.
I like the muck. I love the muck. Apologies.
You sure you want to do this?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure.
Well, it's gonna get ugly. It'll be an unfriendly acquisition.
It's already ugly and unfriendly, Jack. I mean, I have to take the gloves off. I have no choice. They're gonna fire my black ass.
Well, they have no taste. You know that position at American Express is still open. I'd love to take you.
Jack, you know I can't do that. I adore you. I think you're terrific. But that position is not for me.
It's the number 2 position.
Working for you, pushing money around, I just can't do that. So tell me, I mean, exactly what do you guys do over there at that big old corporation anyway? Are you making anything?
That's the second time you've turned me down.
You weren't serious then.
Well, I was deadly serious. You had me shaking in my boots.
We were young and we were kids. And
You think I ask every girl to move in with me?
Well, if you had asked me to marry
I was
you...
asking you. If you lose, you'll be hanging out there all alone.
I know.
It'll be a tight fight. Do we have anybody on the inside?
You know, I do have a protege. Yeah, she's scrappy, tough.
Question is, can you trust her?
Yeah, I can, and they do too.
I think you ought to do this alone for a while. You ought to take this solo.
And not even tell her?
No, everyone has an asking price, Anand. Hey, you can get a wino and offer him, he'll turn a trick for $5 or a bottle of Thunderbird. For some, the asking price is $20,000. For others, it's $200,000.
Everybody's not like that, Jack.
Everyone has an asking price, Amanda. Even you.
Exactly what you did and how you did it.
Excuse me?
I want to know why I have to turn on the television and see my name scrawled all over CNN and my son and my husband.
Slow down there, Amanda.
How dare you? If you want to come after me, Jim, fine. But my son, what did he ever do to you? And my husband? You got the files, didn't you? What are you doing? Stay out of it, Judy. I'm gonna have your ass in jail for breaking and entering, for libel, for conspiracy.
I didn't touch your stupid little file, all right?
Who did, Jim? Huh? Who did?
You don't get it, do you?
Oh, I get you.
No, you don't get it. I only used what was given to me. Gotta go.
How could you, Judy? Why? Tell me this isn't true.
I didn't know about your little paternity issue. I thought it was just a drug thing.
So it's okay as long as you spring this little drug thing? What's the matter with you?
I had nothing to lose.
Hi, and welcome back to Film Shorts. I'm here with Paula Brancato, who is the writer, producer, director of the film you just saw, which is Her Father's Daughter. Welcome again.
Thank you.
So what can you tell us about this? This is...
Well, obviously, it's not the whole film.
Mhm.
This is 3 scenes from the film, from the first act, second act, and third act. What we're trying to do is raise money for the entire film. So this is very much a work in progress. The piece that you've seen won the Remmy Award at the Eastern World Fest. It was a finalist. The script is a finalist at Sundance. There were 4 or 5 other awards we used.
Well, why don't we take a look at some of these awards? We have a few of them on tape right now. Let's see, the first award is from, let's see now, this is the Organization of Black Screenwriters Incorporated, National Writing Competition, 1998 to 1999. And the second award is from, oh, no, this is your film. This is your new film. Tell us about this film, Somewhere in the City.
Somewhere in the City, actually, it's an old film that I produced. This was my first film that I worked as executive producer on and actress. And somebody saw me on the stand-up stage, cast me in this movie, and they couldn't raise the money for it, so I wanted a SAG card, so I raised the money. So it's the most expensive SAG card in history.
Wow.
Got $1.5 million.
So that's you?
No, that's Bai Ling.
Oh.
That's Bai Ling.
Ah, okay,
Bai
Bai
Ling.
Ling. Okay.
Who was a wonderful, wonderful actress, who we're very happy to have her for the film.
All right. And you were doing comedy?
Yes, I was doing stand-up comedy.
Now, what's your background then? You're doing
I have a Harvard MBA. I worked on Wall Street for many years.
Mm-hmm.
And
doing films, investing in films on Wall Street?
No, doing derivatives and mortgage banking and M&A.
What's M&A?
Mergers and acquisitions.
Mergers and acquisitions.
Yes.
Goodness, this is quite a change
Yes,
for
it
you,
is.
isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I got sort of excited about the whole world of film and acting and entertainment, and about 7 years ago started performing and writing. I had always been a writer. I had been a literary writer, a poet. I actually teach at USC. I teach screenwriting. But I started out as a poet, which, you know, is sort of who makes money as a poet. Not even poets make money.
Poets, right.
So, but I liked screenwriting because it is a compressed way to tell a story, just like a poem is. And started writing screenplays, and 1 or 2 of them got optioned, and so I moved out here a few years ago, and I've been producing, writing, directing. I have a film I'm working on now called Show Bunnies, which is not about the girls, it's about the bunny rabbits. They have bunny rabbit shows, yes indeed. There are over 100,000 bunny breeders who are the members of the American Rabbit and Bunny Association. There are millions of kids in 4-H clubs that have bunnies, and we're doing a documentary on what it takes to make the best show bunny.
Oh my goodness. A show bunny.
A show bunny.
So this is going to be a comedy, right?
I think it probably will be. It's a documentary, but I think it's probably going to be pretty cute.
Wow. So I guess 4-H clubs are the audience for that.
Yes.
So you're hoping to...
we want to raise money for Her Father's Daughter. We want to get it shot. We have some good actors and actresses lined up. We have the script out to Holly Berry. We have the script out to Teresa Russell. You saw John Wesley on the tape. He's agreed to play the husband. Very, very talented actors. It's just been very hard for some reason to raise money for a film about upscale African Americans.
Well, might that have to do with something, perhaps, with the notion that you're a white person
I know. Like
who's writing about it?
Not very helpful because he's a nice Jewish white boy, and it's like, no. And Black Hollywood, white Hollywood, and gay Hollywood are 3 separate entities, and it is very hard to cross over. And, you know, it may turn out that I get my money from black corporate executives, or I may get it from white corporate executives who see value in the film. Edmonds Entertainment was very interested in this project for Vanessa
Edmonds
Williams.
is...
it's a black company.
Right, and is that Babyface's company?
Yes. And Vanessa Williams is still on the short list of people.
Vanessa L. or Vanessa Williams?
Vanessa Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to know, you know, like with that in mind, how this became an important project for you to do? Do you have
Yeah.
some secret black past?
Well, I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. And most of my
Jamaica,
friends when I was
Queens,
growing
New
up were
York.
black. I was an athlete. My brother and I were in the youth games. We were the only 2 white kids on the Adams track team. He was much better than me. I never quite made it all the way. But when I got to business school, there were very few women at Harvard, only about 10 of us in a class of, well, 90, so figure about less than 10% of the class. They thought we were going to go away. I think there weren't any women's bathrooms. There were men's bathrooms with the urinals covered over with, wood. And there were only 2 black women in my entire 800-person class. There were 2 others who were African, but only 2 African-American black women. And I began to think how difficult it was to be a woman in the environment, and especially difficult to be a black woman. What would it be like to come to this country and have your bones of your ancestors buried here for 300-400 years and not be able to assimilate? How painful that must be. So I started to write based on my own experiences. It's very autobiographical, actually. One of the more autobiographical things I've written. And I only wanted to tackle it when I had enough technique with screenwriting to be able to do it. Because
so you thought about this for a long time before you actually went into it. And you're saying it's autobiographical, so are you someone who's from somewhere else, from some other country?
Yeah, my family is from Sicily. And when they came here, they had a lot of trouble assimilating. They didn't understand the culture. My father was the only one who went to school. My brother almost didn't go to college. I mean, women and education is not a necessary thing for women. Women are not supposed to speak in 5-syllable words.
Well, I mean, you went to Harvard, so you must have come from a pretty wealthy family in Sicily.
No. No. I left home when I was very young. When I was 17, I made my own way. I'm writing a book about it now called Never Iron Naked. For obvious reasons.
Yeah,
but it's
I can see why.
Yeah, when I was in New York City in 1975, living off hot water and ketchup, trying to be a woman, let alone a black woman, trying to forward your life is almost impossible.
So you didn't go to Harvard undergrad?
No, City College.
City College in New York?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, well, I can identify with that.
Yeah.
That's
a good education. Yeah. A great education.
Yeah, Colin Powell went there, and some other people went there, so...
I think I was groundbreaking.
Henry Kissinger went there for a while, too.
Oh.
So, what do you... I guess I still don't quite understand what you plan to do with this. Are you hoping to make some kind of a change in American society by having this out there?
You know, good writers never write with an agenda. We try to write the truth. We try to write what we see objectively from both sides of the coin. So what I'm trying to do is just shed light on an experience of a person in the hopes that other people will open their eyes. It's like when you take a picture, and the cameraman was talking to me before, you take a picture of a friend, and years later, you look back at it and you say, oh my God, I can see the pain in their face, and why didn't I know it then? Sometimes you see more when you just step back and you let the story unfold. So the process of writing is trying to circle around the truth and just deliver to the audience the strength and the honesty of the feelings of a particular character. And we do that with lies, we do that with artifice.
Right. But I mean, is that what you're really doing in this? Because this film does seem to really come out of some sort of a political agenda.
You can't be an artist and be
if it's an artist, let's say that you're writing it as an artist. Last night I saw Mario and Melvin Van Peebles at the UCLA talking about Mario's new film, Badass, which is about his father's, the creation of Sweet Sweetback's Badass song. And he was talking about the difficulties he's having in really getting that distributed. The biggest worry, of course, is money. Not getting the money, but making the money.
Yes.
So how do you take a political film written by a white person about black people and make any money? Where's your second film going to come from?
Well, here's what I think. The people who have watched the film who are most interested in it are not necessarily black or white. They are immigrants. They are people who have gone through the assimilation process, and that's what this story is about. Most of America, right now, is about people who are assimilating. Now, probably in 3-4 generations, you're already assimilated, but we're all here from someplace else. So the story does resonate.
That's really interesting. I think that's a new approach for someone to take black people as, are you saying the quintessential immigrants?
Yes. Dragged here, right?
Dragged here, that's true.
And then not being able to assimilate.
What have you shown this to non-black audiences and gotten response?
Very strong, good response. And again, the more that they are closer to their own immigrant, I think one of the things that happens in America is people come here and they try to forget the old country. I had a Czech boyfriend who grew up in Czechoslovakia, was there for 10 years, and he will tell you he's from New Haven. There is so much fear and trauma associated with leaving the homeland to come somewhere else, let alone against your own will, that people tend to lop it off.
Well, this is actually a very important part of America. Robert Park came up with this theory of assimilation, a sociologist, and he, in the 1920s, in which he said people come to America and they throw off all of those old habits, the old language, the old names, and they assimilate, and that is the way you achieve the American dream, by giving up all of those things. I taught a class, in fact, at Rutgers once, in which I usually ask my students about their racial, ethnic backgrounds and go into their history so I can use those experiences in my teaching. But one white student just got really angry and said, I'm American, it doesn't matter where we came from, forget everything else.
That's what we were taught, and my whole life has been a process of trying to go back and pick up the pieces.
Well, I think that this is really a good way to lead us into a new direction, in a new world, a new America, perhaps. But as usual, it's hard to get that money. And I want to thank you for coming to see us, Paula. And thank you for coming to Film Shorts. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Successful, black, woman. They're out there. And more filmmakers should write stories about us. And more production studios should invest in stories about us. Thank you, Paula Brancato, and your film, Her Father's Daughter. You are a filmmaker among filmmakers. We wish you much success in getting your funding, producing, and distributing. Now, for more information on Film Shorts or to submit your short film, please visit our website at www.filmshorts.biz. I'm Catherine Taylor, and thank you for watching Film Shorts. See you later.